Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is No Ghostwriter. Follow no_Ghostwriter on Twitter and Instagram for 24/7 rap and hip hop talk. And be sure to leave a comment, like this video, and subscribe if you like what I'm talking about today. So today I am celebrating 12,000 subscribers on YouTube. I can't even really mentally process this, to be honest. My channel really just was a space for me to just talk about things that I love, and now I've started to identify that you guys really enjoy and respond well to this type of analytical content looking at rap and hip-hop. And it started out of my love for Nicki Minaj and the fact that she's such a serious businesswoman and she carries herself like one, and she encourages us to think about the rap and hip-hop market space, and it's definitely fits into my legal background and everything I want to do as a barrister. So I'm just really happy that I've got this wonderful space where I can combine all of these things. And so I wanted to do a Q&A with you all to celebrate 12,000 subscribers, to say thank you so much to everyone who's watched my videos and supported me. And I'm really working every day at this thing, and it really means so much to me that you even take the time to watch these videos. So let's get into these questions. So at LatinaBarb_ on Twitter says, who is your fave male rapper? Great question. Let me think about that. You see, I have different, I would say when I listen to R&B, I'm very unisex, because I feel like I like to listen to women talk about my feminine expression, and I also want to hear what men have to say and have to think. So that's why, you know, I really love Bryson Tiller and so on. It's also why I really love Drake. But in my mind, when I'm thinking about rappers, I know Drake raps, but I don't put Drake there. The same way I don't put Bryson there. Like, and then like two of my favorite artists. So fave male rapper, I guess for me a favorite rapper is somebody who can give me a range of things to think about, who can speak to me in a range of different ways. You know, they can get me hype, they can also get me when I'm low, they can really get how I'm thinking and how I'm feeling. And so I'm probably gonna say, I don't necessarily get everything from Nipsey Hussle, may he rest in peace and power, but I do feel like, whoa, the way Nipsey Hussle's music has spoken to me is insane. Like, his music has channeled right down into my heart and my soul and my spirit, and who I am as somebody trying to be a mogul, trying to be successful, trying to make the best use out of what I've got. Nipsey really speaks to me. So I think I'm gonna say Nipsey Hussle. Even though Nipsey doesn't give me the full spectrum, you know, there are things that I really only get from Big Sean. There are things that I also, you know, I really feel Smino is one of my favorite rappers. I really feel like I can get what I need from different places, but no one gives me what Nipsey gives me. Nobody. I will give some honorable mentions. I have very much enjoyed Benny the Butcher. I very much enjoyed Russ. I very much enjoyed, well, obviously Lil Wayne. That's just obvious, isn't it? Lil Wayne, Hove. I like my old school. I would say Andre 3000 and Big Boy. I would probably say Andre 3000 is my favorite rapper, like a male rapper. Just because he gives me what I need. So that's Andre. Big Boy as well, one of the first ones I heard. I love the South. I really love male rappers from the South. I love my you know, just like that southern sound always gets me. I don't know why. Maybe I need to go to the South. I feel like I fit with the South. But yeah, that sound really gets me. So I gave a whole bunch of names there, but I'm quite dynamic. At Anxiety Bob says, what are your hopes for NM5? So that's Nicki Minaj's 5th album. I've done a whole video on the channel of like what I expect for Nicki Minaj's 5th album. That was very much a Bob, you know, from my Bob position. As a whole, my hopes for Nicki's 5th album is that I don't know. Nicki Minaj is so unique in that she gave us everything so early. She gave us everything to begin with. She put her heart and soul on the table. And I think what's ended up happening is people haven't taken well to Nicki making a decision to say, do you know what? I'm not centering you and what you want in my life. I'm gonna make Nicki's decisions. I think people have really struggled to like mentally process that. All people want is for Nicki Minaj to be relatable. And it's like, at the end of the day, her message is so strong and so pure that it's already relatable. You know, if you listen to Nicki's body of work and you have just got that kind of a mindset that's set up the way her mind is set up, you're set for life. Like, Nicki's music feeds me, and she doesn't have to keep releasing music. So because I feel that way, my hopes for NM5 are that like, my sis is just fulfilled. Like, you know, it's crazy for her to be creating from this new space now, because I was listening to this Lil Wayne clip, and you know, the question was, would there ever be another Drake or Nicki? And he was like, no, because at that time people were literally listening thinking, what's the new sound?
Do you want to find the next, do you look forward to finding the next Nicki and Drake?
No, there's no such thing. I hate when
no,
people
but I mean,
ask me that.
But I don't mean them.
People ask me that there's no such thing as the next Drake or next Nicki.
No, I don't mean that. I mean the next girl, male or female, that you can put your footprint on, and I was part of that. Or is it? You can't just.
We do that, you know. So what happens is, I guess back then, Brett, when I did discover, you know, Drake and Nicki, the game was different. Music was different. So what I mean by that is music, they came in during a time where, you know, right before the whole social media popped off. And so they came in where music was, it had everybody's attention, meaning it had everybody looking to see what is next, who is next. And, you know, and then you got an option of, you got a choice to, okay, this is what's next. Do I like, or do I, yay or nay? You know, that's not what it is these days, Brett. Now it's 1,000 new things a day. You're a new artist now. So with that, given that fact, unfortunately, given that fact, it's gonna be, you know, there's no, you gotta be something. You gotta be more than someone to become a Drake or a Nicki these days. Cause
so
it's gonna just right when you think you Drake or you Nicki, they about to post something of a little 6-year-old saying something that's more popular than your song. So it don't even matter no more.
Correct.
Yeah.
Are you?
And so I think for me, I don't think Nicki's creating from that space anymore. I don't think Nicki cares that something is a TikTok hit or whatever. I really don't. I think she's just beyond that now. And that means that she can create from this really interesting space, the space that I think we allowed Beyonce to create from. Well, I say allowed, Beyonce just gave us Lemonade. But I'm saying, like, the freedom of expression she had, you know, people were like, okay, this is clearly not for commercial, but we're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. And I think, like, my hopes for NM5 is that people give Nicki the space to just do what she wants. Okay, someone says, what are your favorite foods? I want one for each meal plus snack. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, and dessert. This is at Farage Mirage. My favorite foods? Okay. I'm really bad with breakfast. Oh my god, I'm the worst, you guys. I really never eat breakfast. I promise you. I'll get up, start working, you know, either doing like my job or my business or something, and then it will be like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and I haven't eaten anything. Oh, it's so bad. That's why one of the things I'm really looking for in like a boyfriend is somebody who makes me breakfast. So if you're watching this and you're gunning for the position, if you make a really good breakfast, that like will set me up, because I just want a good breakfast. So I hope Mr. Right hears that. Okay, breakfast. My favorite things for breakfast, I would say, I like eggs a lot. I think eggs are just like straightforward. I struggle with breakfast because I like something a bit savory. I don't really like pastries. I think they're too sickly. I think, and I also can't get too fresh for breakfast because then it's too tart in my mouth and it's like too early. Like, cause I'm a night owl, so I'm like up, but I'm also an early riser. But I'm only an early riser because my brain will not stop working. Like, so I wake up and I'm thinking about ideas for my YouTube channel, or like some work I have to do, or some other crap. Like, this thing never switches off. So I wake up on the dot, 7 a.m., like awake, having thoughts. So I'm not necessarily ready to eat yet. But yeah, I'd say I like eggs. Like, I can almost always get behind eggs even if I'm not feeling very hungry. What else do I like in the morning? What will I eat any time of day? No, I'm so bad with food that I literally probably wouldn't eat it. I think I'll always eat like a toasty. Like, I like a panini or like a soft like sub. Like, I'll always eat that. If somebody makes me like a good sandwich, I'll probably eat that. So eggs and a sandwich is my breakfast answer. I spent way too long talking about breakfast. Okay. If I could start a label, so at Faraz Mirage also says, if you could start a label with 5 artists to begin with, who would they be? What would it be called? And what's its vibe? Powerful, talent, all-rounded? Ooh, I love that question. Okay, Faraz Mirage. So I would say my label would be called, Indelible Impact, because that's what my artists have. My artists have an indelible impact. You can try and wash them away, but they are not going anywhere, because whatever they do is so meaningful and impactful. So my 5 artists I would start on my label. Okay, so I'm a mix between, I'm a hip hop girl and I'm an R&B girl. So just thinking off my playlist of people, I would have, there's this girl called, she did this song called Don't Mention My Name, and I really, really like it. Okay, so I'm literally just, do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go on my top songs of 2019 and 2020 and tell you who'd be on my label. I don't know if I can handle Bryson, but I probably want Bryson Tiller on my label. I don't, like, Nicki's too big. I don't think we could sign her. Like, I really don't think anything we could do could sign her. I want, do you know, I'm gonna try and think of only underrated artists that you guys haven't heard. I'm gonna think of like smaller artists that I know you guys haven't heard. I'm gonna sign this new girl I just listened to called Elaine. I really like her. I want Ryan Trey. So I've got 2 R&B artists. Then I want 3 hip hop artists. I think I'm gonna sign Miss Banks. I'm not saying, you've heard of Miss Banks. I'm just thinking who I want. I'll sign Miss Banks because I know she can bring me what I need. I'll sign, what's that other girl I'm literally scrolling through my Spotify as we speak. Oh, I'll sign Ken the Man. I know who I'd sign. I would sign Ken the Man, Illuminati, and who did I just say? Whoever I just said a second ago, I'd sign them. But those are my female rappers. I want Ken the Man and I want Illuminati, because I like these 2 very much. I think they're very good, and I think that they have managed to pique my interest really in like a unique way. I don't like everything, but the things that I really like. So that's who's on my label. And we're called Indelible Impact. The vibe is all the above. This vibe is powerful, sexy, but vulnerable. Selectively. That's the vibe of my label, because I feel like that's my vibe. I like to think that I'm powerful. Like, I give you powerful, I give you sexy, but I'm also like selectively vulnerable, because I am a very open person. I wear my heart on my sleeve very much. So yeah, that's me. Okay, at Faraj Mirage, top 5 Nicki songs features of all time. Oh, you're trying me. Here I Am from Pink Friday, off the rip, is on my top 5. Other Nicki songs that just get me through life itself: Black Barbies, Danny Glover remix. Gosh, okay, I need to slow down because I'm gonna miss some really good songs. Oh gosh, the pink print is like staring at me right now. I can't do this. This is horrible. No, I refuse to answer this question, but I'll just think of another 2 songs. But I could give you 5 top 5s. But of this theme, Here I Am, Danny Glover, whatever I just said. Ooh. I Lied. And The Crying Game. I've just picked like 5 random songs. This is too much. That was mean, and I am not doing that ever again. At Naxi Abu Ho says, with the current state that rap is in, do you think the art of it is dying? No, I don't think the art of rap is dying. I think people's understanding of why we need rap is a little bit more niche. I think less people appreciate why we actually need to have rap music than before. And because of that, I think everybody, both fans and rappers, have to fight a lot harder to actually show the world that no, we have an important role to play and we need to be here. So that part. 2, who out of the new girls do you think exhibits the total package? If you could do a cute little rankings list, that would be nice. Girls I think that have the total package, oh wow. First of all, I'll say that I don't think that the package is, how do I explain? Nikki's package is Nikki's package. The total package isn't Nikki's package necessarily. Because there's always room for growth and development. Megan, I would say, I feel like Megan has all the weapons in her arsenal, but then I'm gonna sip this wine first. As I said in my video about whether or not she was overhyped, the gap with Megan is people have been waiting for the content that she promised us we'd get, you know, that deeper content, that content that really digs into who she is and what she is and why she is and how she is, and we haven't got that. And my question is, ooh, can we get that? You know what I mean? And I wouldn't have questioned her if she'd have given it to us already. So I would say Megan, but with that caveat. Other people with the total package, like they are full-bodied and rich, as presumably female rappers. Goodness. Doja, obviously. Megan and Doja. Who's got all of the things, like, Megan and Doja. Yeah, I think it's Megan and Doja. I really don't know. But don't get me wrong, the other girls are slapping. Like, but then I think that there's so much to be proven. Like, looking cute on Twitter and Instagram and doing a couple shows like isn't everything. Do you know what I mean? We need a lot more. You got to keep pushing hard, and honestly, like the mental fortitude it takes to be successful is a lot. So your Fav Barb _ Bree says, what is the first Nicki song you ever heard? Goodness, I've been trying to remember this. It was first Nicki song I ever heard. It was, I think, Bedrock. No, it wasn't Bedrock. I think it was Itty Bitty Piggy. Because I was active. I remember when I made my Twitter was 2009, so I was already like stanning. So, and I used to listen to Lil Wayne a lot and like all of his underground mixtape stuff. So I'm almost 100% certain that I come across Itty Bitty Piggy somewhere, because I had like LimeWire and all that. I was like downloading all my music illegally. Sorry, but I was a child, so it's okay. Yeah, so yeah, I'd say Itty Bitty Piggy. Probably. Then Bedrock and all of that stuff. But the song that stuck out to me the most was Massive Attack. Don't know why, but I love Massive Attack. We got tom-toms over here bigger than a monster. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay. Let's see what else we got. At Faraj Murad said rice or bread. Rice, gang! Rice every day. At Faraj Mirage, do you think Nikki has more room to grow as an artist? Is she still developing her sound? She's got the skills now. I think what we need to appreciate with Nikki is that she's a musician, so it's kind of like getting to watch a seasoned instrumentalist play, like watching Questlove. Like, he's fucking Questlove. Like, he's already there, but it's the beauty of watching him in his element. And I think sometimes people need to, like, with Nikki, just embrace the beauty of watching her in her element. Like, it's a beautiful thing. At Faraz Mirage, what values do you live by? Wow. Okay. I'd say the biggest value I live by, the biggest thing that my mom has taught me is that you put 100% into whatever you want to do, no matter what it is. And the thing my mom is really good at is that if you say you have a hobby or an interest and you're slacking on it, like, she'll be on you because she'll be like, no, this is your thing, and if it's your thing, you put in 100% with it. You know, I was even talking to her about my YouTube channel, and I was like, oh, you know, I'm worried again. I don't know if I have enough time to always make the videos and, you know, put my makeup on and all of that. And she was like, because I was saying to her, should I just go to audio videos instead of doing this? And she said, well, no, because if that's what your subscribers expect from you, you need to just get disciplined and get yourself to a place where you put your makeup on every week and you do your videos. And, you know, that's the way my mom is. So that's what I've been raised by. And that's the value I live by, which means I beat myself up over procrastination. I hate hesitation. I hate procrastination. And it can actually get a little bit, you know, toxic, because procrastinators and people with anxiety, you know, you can find yourself feeling like, oh my gosh, I haven't started the task now, and the task becomes this impossible task, which I actually wrote about on my blog. And I can definitely find that can be one of the downsides to being 100% all-in kind of person, because I never half-ass anything. I can, you know how sometimes people can finish a job even when they don't really care? They'll just be like, okay. But with me, if I don't really care and can place this thing, it's so hard for me to put my energy behind it. So yeah, that's the value I live by. And I also live by the value of never be competitive with other people. So I have a very head down approach to my success, and I look very internally. So it's all about blessing beating blessing. It's not at all about me and some other bitch. Like, it will never be about me and someone else. Like, I'm so remote and removed from what other people do, you know. And on the one hand, yeah, it does mean I'm so tunnel visioned that it can be kind of hard sometimes, especially for me to be close to people and stuff, because I'm trying to sort out my back and make sure that I'm good, which means I have to stay focused, stay disciplined, and then I can be boring, like not go to parties and stuff like that. For example, I'm actually like, there's an example, that I can give of, me being like, I have to focus on my YouTube channel and da-da-da. So that's very much me. Focus, determination, and I'm not competitive with anyone else. What drives your fire? So Faraj Mirage says, thank you for all these questions, Faraj Mirage. They're great questions too. What drives your fire to live? Like when you stop it, what drives your fire to live? Like when you think about it, what is actually stopping you or anyone from killing themselves? We all have reasons to live. What are yours? I think it's the beauty of life. Because life is such a beautiful thing that it's almost like, you live to see life. You know what I mean? Like you live to see all of that random, what the heck is gonna happen today kind of stuff. Like you live to see life. And so I think that's what stops people. Once people appreciate that life is just for the living, then I think they start to relax a bit and just to be a bit more open to what's going on and what's happening and just embracing everything that they experience. So I'd say that's the thing, but I don't know if I can get that existential because I'm not that deep. So at most hated Zay _ says dream collabs for NM5. Goodness, who do I want to see Queen collab with? I need my hoe. No, I said this in my NM5 video. I need my hoe verse. And the thing is, what's so annoying about my hoe verse is that I've been waiting for it for so long that I kind of don't even want to hear a hoe verse right now. Like, so I'm a bit like, okay, like I needed this on like the pink print. Do you know what I mean? But that's for another day. So Hove, I want to hear Nicki and Kehlani. I want to hear Nicki and who was I thinking the other day? I want to hear Nicki and UK drill rappers. Like my flatmate plays a lot of UK drill, plays a lot of like Heady One and all of that stuff, and I would love to hear Nicki on that. So that's what I think. Oh, and I need my Miss Banks collab. What are some names in women rap that you would suggest? So I don't know, it's hard for me to make that recommendation right now because I don't think a lot of the girls are giving you content that's different. Real tea. But I have been given some new people to explore and I'm currently exploring them. So I'll answer that question, I'll get back to you. Okay, so that's everybody on Twitter. Let's go have a look on the Instagram at C.More. What inspired you to start YouTube and how do you deal with negative criticism? First of all, I don't see negative criticism. Like, if anyone is rude to me or anything like that, the spam filters automatically get rid of it. So I never see any of those messages, ever. So, there's that. Criticism is important. I think because I am I'm a future barrister, so I want to be a lawyer. I do like adversarial court systems and that whole going back and forth over the same material. I like that. So I embrace that. So, somebody having a difference of opinion to me isn't gonna shock the field. But I think someone being rude and disrespectful, that will irritate me. Do not do that. I don't like that. So I would say when people are rude and disrespectful, I just delete them and I block them from my channel. That's it. So the way I deal, but I will tell you that in my future barrister life, criticism is so important. I will never become a good barrister if I can't take on feedback. And that means critical feedback and the ability to take it and without personalizing it is like a really big skill that I have to have in order for me to succeed in my career. So it's an interesting thing, you know. It's helped me I'm developing a thick skin. Like, people shouldn't get me messed up though, but I'm developing a thick skin. Okay. 20 Days of August. I'm a subscriber. I love your opinion all the way from the States. Oh, that's a sweet message. Thank you, 20 Days of August. Big love to you. Zaid2K19, what are you expecting from Nicki's next album? Kind of already answered that, but what I'm expecting from the album, I think, at this stage is for Nikki to create from a brand new space, and I think it's going to be beautiful. I think it's going to be beautiful. At Diego Art, what do you think makes artists with dedicated stands so different? Taylor, Nicki, Ariana. How are they different from people like Beyonce or Katy Perry that have lost public interest for their new music? Wow, okay, so that's an opinion. The opinion is that Beyonce and Katy Perry's lost public interest. I would question that. I would say that we just have to remember that Twitter and Instagram and social media isn't really what people do and how they feel. So because somebody isn't always at the top of the news cycle on your timeline doesn't necessarily mean that they're not out there and popping. It just means that they're not at the top of the cycle on your timeline. So I think it's important that we understand that not everything is seen, not all success is seen. But I see the question you're asking. I would say the way people build dedicated fan bases is by connecting with people on a real level and actually engaging with them, and music can really engage with people. But the diehard fans feel the give and the take. They feel the artist gives to them, and so they give back. Reciprocal energy. So yeah, I really feel that's what makes them different, is the fans feel the artist is given to them and feel the artist's energy and effort, and that's why they're so willing to back them. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Honest thoughts on Lil' Kim and her music, please. Taking apart the whole not writing it stuff, I think Lil' Kim's music is the blueprint. I feel like it's very influential and it's impactful. It's the same thing with Foxy, you know. Is that music played in the club right now? No! But if it played in the club right now and the girls had that ear to really get into it, they'd feel the same way all the girls did in the 90s. So that's how I feel. If you're talking about her new music, I really don't know what you want me to tell you because I've never heard it in my life. So that's just never did, okay? So I don't know. But her own music speaks for itself. Benji Goo says, I have a few. What are your opinions on Madonna? I'm going through a Madonna phase. Legend? That's it. Legend. Madonna's a legend. I also like how on RuPaul's Drag Race there's always a Madonna challenge. What do you believe is some of Nicki's weakest songs or verses? It's hard because it depends on what you mean by weaker. It depends on what you mean by weaker. I mean, every single one of anyone's song you can play and appreciate. And I think with anyone's song you can find, you know, music, you can find things you like and things you don't like. Weaker song, I find that's a very hard question for me to ask. She hasn't got any music I don't like. Like, there's genres I don't listen to, but there's no song she's done that I'm like, I don't like this. I won't listen to this. Yeah, even the crazy pop stuff. But I'd say maybe... No, sorry. That's a hard question. I don't know how to answer that. Other than Nikki, who are your favorite rappers at the moment? I think I answered that. Okay, so let me just check on my other account, see if anyone has come and left me any comments here. What are you studying, working with? So, like I said, I'm a future barrister, so I finished my law school. I got called to the bar. a year ago, and I'm currently just applying for the next stage of my training. And so I'm currently just doing legal work and also working on my business, trying to be a digital entrepreneur. Not trying to be, I am a digital entrepreneur. So just scaling myself as a digital entrepreneur and doing all of that. That's what I spend most of my time doing. This was Noordsahelen or Noordsalen. Okay. They also said, what's a good piece of advice you carry with you? I like Maya Angelou's advice that every time you walk into a room, you take everyone who's ever loved you with you. I like that. I think it's important that we don't feel alone, especially when we're doing hard things. Yeah, so I like that one a lot. What's your favorite video that you've made so far? Okay, that's a great question. And that was Ender Voice. I mean, I go through my videos sometimes and I'm like, oh wow, I'm really glad I made that one. I think my favorite video, I think it's the lyrical bar, the one about lyrics and recognizing bars, just because it was a challenge for me, because I was very much talking about the skill of rap. And I liked the conversations that I cited in that video, and it was when I was, going and watching these documentaries featuring all of these rappers and just feeling like, isn't it amazing that I'm all the way here over in London and I grew up in England and still your music reached me and this culture became part of me. So I'd say that's my favorite one so far. And this is probably my second favorite one, just because I love the idea of answering your questions. What video is the most popular one? I do believe it's my video on either why Nicki didn't sign the female rapper 360 deal, or the video on why Drake turned on Nicki Minaj. How does it feel to know that you're the best hip hop and rap talk channel? Thank you, that's very sweet. There's lots of rap and hip hop talk channels, but we're here at No Ghostwriter. We're all about bars, we're all about being analytical, all about the market, we're about understanding the business of hip hop. And so I really enjoy that I'm able to do that. It makes me really happy, so I appreciate that, and I appreciate all of you who watch my videos too, so shout out to you. Have you ever been to France? Do you know rappers from there? Do you like French music? Yes! Oui! That's my shit, French. No, I used to be in a relationship with a French guy for 2 years, and he showed me all the French music. So I was very well versed. I went to a Damso concert. So, I love French rap. I think French rap is really, really good. What are your top 5 Nicki Minaj songs versus? I really tried to do that and I failed. What are your top 5 female rappers? Nicki Minaj, Onika Mirage, Nicki the Harajuku Barbie, Chun-Li, who else? Nicki the Ninja. What's next? Top 5 rappers. Oh gosh. I think I did that earlier. Would you consider rap as a genre or a technique? Possibly both, but more a technique than the genre. I think hip hop is the genre, rap is the technique. And I was watching Grandmaster Flash. He did a really interesting video just showing the skill of what he did on DJ decks. And he was talking about how it started off with writers and what did he say? Like, it started off with writers and like musicians or something, and then it came down to DJs, and then b-boys, like people who like doing like break dancing, whatever, and then the rappers came in. So he was saying how rappers came into hip hop last. So I think it's fair to say it's hip hop, and then talk about rap, the technique. Because I feel like rap genres vary so much, and that's why Nikki, for example, is able to do rap on pop beats, because it's a technique of rap that she's got, you know what I mean? You feel me? Diego R. Okay, so I've answered that question. Do you think Nikki will put her mixtapes on streaming services? Yeah, sure, if she can get them cleared. I think she might not appreciate how much people want them. Like, how much people want these things. I got another question. Would you ever be interested in discussing debating topics in video chats with viewers? Yes, I've wanted to set this up for the longest. I've wanted to do video chats and discussions with my subscribers and followers. So if you ever want to have conversations and stuff and you guys are keen, then just like let me know, because I'm gonna make it happen. I'm just gonna go to Twitter, YouTube quickly and see if we've got questions for the Q&A. So Preston, sorry Preston, I can't pronounce your surname, but Preston says, where do you see yourself 10 years from now? Okay, so in 10 years from now, I'm gonna be 35. I want myself to be at least 5 years into a very established career, and I want to feel that I have stability. I'm gonna have, you know, my own home or several. I want to have such freedom to express myself and be myself, and I want to be ultimately surrounded by a lot of love, and I want to be surrounded by love everywhere. If I have babies, I want them to just be happy and healthy, and also I want to constantly be in pursuit of knowledge. I think the biggest thing as well for me is 10 years from now, I don't want to feel alone. I think that's the biggest thing. I don't want to feel alone. And there's so much of your personal development that goes into not feeling alone, that, you know, I'm just like really committed to constantly expanding and embracing growth, because I think you have to constantly change yourself in order to thrive in the world. So yeah, that's where I see myself, I'd say 10 years from now. So I've got David Rowland says, hello Miss No Ghostwriter. I'm really happy I subscribed to your channel because I love seeing people who express their love to my queen Nikki. My question goes like this. Do you think Nikki should keep on dissing people in her songs? Because I love it and I feel like it's her way of saying she's the alpha dog both in male and female rap. But I want to know what you think. Peace. David, I agree with you 100%. Nikki shouldn't stop dissing anyone. She should diss more actually. So yeah, shout out to you, David. Preston says, I'm trying to get myself into top universities in the UK in 2022. Any suggestions? I don't know. I'm not good with career, like uni advice, but there are people that you can go to and there are resources you can use, but just not me, because I don't know how to help. I'm really sorry. Sorry, I can't be helpful. Nicki Minaj in the next 10 years, killing bitches. Congrats on 12K. Thank you, Tip12 TV. Nana, where do you plan on taking your channel in the future? I want this channel to really be that place for us to have critical conversations about rap and hip hop, and I want it to be a space as well where artists also collaborate and come onto the channel and talk. And I really want to do events. So I want to have No Ghostwriter events, I want to have MCs freestyling, I want to have DJs playing like really good tracks. I really want that whole thing. Preston says, how much have you made on your channel so far? Well, I've been monetized for the past couple months now. I think I made about $1,000 just on the channel so far, but I haven't been very consistent with it. I think had I had those big videos that got like 60, 70 views consistently in that time, maybe I would be having made a few thousand by now. Yeah. What are your thoughts on Doja Cat? Very versatile, natural humor. Yeah, really good. Nicki's NM5 era, I've talked about that. What made you become a barb? The way Nikki spoke to me when she said, it's a joke, it's a game, why am I still keeping score? I'm in pain, I'm ashamed, I'm a woman, hear me roar. When she said that on Here I Am, it just, yeah, it changed everything for me. I was a barb from then. Do you think Nicki Minaj can make a comeback from where? I'm teasing. I know what you're talking about. Look, I think there's a different audience now, and I think that the market is different. I think the market is very saturated. But ultimately, this isn't about wigs and how people feel dancing on TikTok. This is about rap. So in terms of rap, all Nikki needs to do to prove she's the alpha is rap. Ain't it beautiful? Oh, well, thank you so much, you guys. I really enjoyed this 12K Q&A. We're going to keep lifting this channel up and just going up, 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 up. And yeah, I'm really just excited, and I'm really happy that I'm doing this and you guys are here and we're just on this journey. So are we on journey to 20K? Should we say it? Okay, journey to 20K on No Ghostwriter. So make sure you click that subscribe button. Comment, what do you think about my answers to the questions? Do you feel like you know me a bit better now? I wonder if you've gotten my personality out there. If you want to follow my personal channel or my personal social media, it's at Blessing Makosha. And if you're interested in my legal journey and want to follow my legal journey and take in all of my content I make for, you know, people who are trying to become barristers and stuff like that, it's at Blessing at the Bar on Instagram and at Be at the Bar on Twitter. Make sure you leave those comments. I love to see your comments. Peace out, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.